Welcome in and welcome back, everybody. Another boat fail video today. I'm hoping I found us a good one. I don't watch these before I do this. That way you get my honest opinion and genuine reaction to these things. But if you like hanging out, you like the content on the channel so far, like button, subscribe button, always appreciated. Leave some comments. If you want to watch the video without me talking, um, you can find that link in the description below, as always. Um, I appreciate everybody stopping by and saying hi. Let's go ahead and get into this, see what kind of trouble these guys get into today.
Never in my life seen a 28-foot pontoon boat with a 600 horsepower V12 on it.
600 horsepower V12 in such a small package. It's crazy how they can fit that many cylinders and stuff in a little motor like that. It's such a compact package. Yeah, this one here, I don't know what the deal is on this. I mean, they're in a channel, obviously. They got the markers and everything going. I mean, that's a way bigger boat, harder to maneuver, right? So you can't turn on a dime, can't slow down and speed up super fast. I don't know if the fisherman was just not paying attention, found a good spot and was holding his ground, hoping the guy would go around him. I don't know. But as you can see, all it takes is a little bit of contact. If he's not bracing for it or he's close to the edge, you get just that little nudge, knocks you off balance. And unfortunately, he went right into the water. Okay, so there's another marker, red marker on the other side of the boat. And he is just grinding on that thing. And obviously slowed him down, bring him to a stop. Definitely going to do some crazy damage. Like the lady I just heard in the video say. Hopefully there's not a hole in his boat. But there's not much you could do. I mean, you could try to back away off of it. Or do what he did, muscle through and just keep on pushing. I mean, damage is done. If you can get a good angle and get off of it and keep going, that'd be better. And that there, these guys, that's just a dick move, man. They did that shit on purpose. The dude driving, pretending like he didn't see it. And that was just a dick move. Pretty sure I've seen this one already before. Biggest mistake most people make on a jet ski like that is they forget that you can't turn without throttle. And they get close, they panic, they turn the handlebars, ain't going to turn because no throttle. Looks like, with two people on there, you always got to be aware of, are you going to smack that dude's head in front of you? Or is that person behind me going to smack me or push me forward and smack my head on the dock or on the front of the jet ski? It's just unfortunate to see, but it's probably going to be one of those, simple errors, inexperience, not giving it any throttle when you're trying to turn away from something that you're coming pretty fast at. It's very common with jet skis. I see people hit stuff with jet skis all the time. Um, Hopefully, nobody gets hurt. I mean, that's what you hope for in any of these situations, that nobody gets hurt, but, you know, that is a very common thing to see out there. All right, we got, looks like a U.S. boat, trying to pull this little boat out. Looks like this little boat got itself stuck underneath an overpass or something. I'm not sure what these guys are on. But yeah, it looked like they just got pushed in. Or they floated under and then high tide came in, which I doubt's the case, but yeah. But hey, that nice little boat was able to get them out. Doesn't look like too much damage, still floating, which is always a good sign. So. Oh, yeah. Too tall, man. You gotta be aware of your surroundings. Most awnings like that in front of buildings are marked. And as a driver towing a vessel or a vehicle, you should know, how tall your vessel is in order to maneuver that correctly. So.
Take some notes, see what the hell's going on, see if there's water in the oil.
Oh no.
compression test, although I don't think it'll turn over. Check it, see if you can't get it to turn over with its current starter.
I don't
Somebody thinks
even
that
know
the
what that
vibrations
is.
on the
I mean,
flywheel,
it
somebody
looks
thinks
like
it's
oil
the
from here,
starter.
but
It may just have
that could be his Blackwater tank. Who knows? Whatever it was had a lot of pressure, and that thing just shot out everywhere. Hopefully, it didn't contaminate the waterway too bad. This is crazy. So that green one there, most of the time when they're colored green or red, it's so you know what side of the marker to be on as you go up and down the river. Sometimes when they're smaller like that and they're not on a sign or a big buoy, it's to mark a shallow area or an underwater obstacle. Um, at where I work, we use white ones with little red stripes on them, kind of like the no wake, but different shape, different size, and they don't say no wake on them. They're marked differently, so. But that looks very unfortunate. To get that high up on that rock with that boat, you had to been moving a little bit. Um, Hopefully nobody got hurt. That's definitely something that'll throw some people around, throw them off the boat. Looks like everybody's been recovered from the boat, but the boat itself has not been recovered. Maybe whoever is in charge of that waterway doesn't have the right vessel, or if it was a rental boat, maybe the people just left and the rental company hasn't had a chance to come out and get somebody to help get that off of there. Or maybe it just happened recently. We don't know. But that's just crazy how high out of the water that entire boat is. I've seen similar things, but I've never seen one, pitched up that high out of the water. That's just crazy to see. Somebody definitely had a bad day there.
We're good. No, go. I have it. Or go. Hurry,
There's
hurry.
some waves over here. Looks like they're gonna try and turn into them and hit one.
Oh!
Hopefully it works out for him.
Don't stop! Don't stop! Oh my god! Yo!
Oh no. So yeah, he hit the wrong angle on that. His nose went under, and once his nose went under and it stayed under like that, boat fills up almost instantly. So you're basically, you're pitching down now. And once your nose goes under, if it stays under too long and you get enough water over the bow, I mean, it's almost like those little pool rockets and you're throwing it down. Once it goes under, it just wants to keep going. It'll try and pull itself back up or it'll try and right itself, but once, that boat goes under, if there's not a lot of buoyant material in that boat, it doesn't really want to come up over the surface. It just wants to come back to the surface. So either way, all their gear is wet. If they had any electronics, they're fried. They're going to be wet. The boat's going to be heavy as hell, and trying to get that thing to shore is going to be another task. Um, I don't know if those were just wakes from another boat and they hit the wave wrong and nosedived through the next wave, or if that's one of those outlets that creates little whirlpools and waves and stuff like that. I don't know what that was, but either way, I knew they're definitely having a worse day than before they hit that wave. You could hear the guy saying, "Oh, I have to," and he thought it was fun. Sometimes if you do hit waves, it can be fun, especially on a jet ski. I love doing that, but you got to be smart about it. That's like doing donuts. You got to be smart, right? So if you're in a car and you're doing donuts, you don't want to do donuts next to a bunch of parked cars in a parking lot. You want to do it in an empty parking lot. So if you're gonna hit waves, out there in the middle like that, you want to make sure you're prepared for it, and hopefully you have an escape route. Because if you go under there, didn't look like anybody was wearing a life jacket. Same scenario. So looked like everybody would be fine from that. Didn't look like a tragic accident or anything like that, but definitely a bad day. And that's just unfortunate. They're out there sailing. They get pitched at the wrong angle, or the wind picks up and drops them over the side, and they're trying to turn into the wind or out of the wind, depending on where they're going. You know what I mean? But yeah, they definitely the wind was not their friend right there. That storm Can be dangerous. Definitely not a lot of fun.
Ah, fuck!
Thief trap. I love it.
Fucking Nate!
That's what you get, man. That kind of stuff I love seeing.
Ah,
You know,
let me fucking
some
Nate!
people
Ah!
just suck. And to be able to drop a couple people like that, stop them from doing their thing. Got a boat and flipped it. I thought he was literally talking about selling them. You know what I mean? I wonder what that was. I wonder if they were filming a movie or something. That looked like something they would do for like a movie scene. If not, that's super dangerous. I don't know why he would be riding on the sidewalk like that, but either way, it's a really cool boat. If you can drive it around like that. This poor guy, you know, probably just seasick, motion sickness. You know, a lot of people will get out there, rock around a little bit and get sick. You know, I've been on charters and stuff before where, you know, after being out there for hours and hours, and you know, if a little bit of wind picks up and you get these crazy waves, it definitely makes you feel a little nauseated. I've been there. You know, hopefully you got some Dramamine or something that'll help you feel better while you're out there. But it does happen. It's very common. A lot of people get it. It's just unfortunate. Yeah, that last one looked like an unmanned vessel. I mean, runaway boat. It's the dock. At that point, not much you can do. Except for try and stop it after it happens. And I don't know if they picked up this hitchhiker, or stowaway, I guess you'd call him. I don't know if they picked him up while they were at the dock, if it's their pet, or random coincidence. This guy swam out to the boat. I mean, he doesn't look wet, so I'm pretty sure he was on the boat before they left, wherever they were. But yeah, he was done. He's ready to go. So he didn't want to be a stowaway no more, man. That's where he's getting off.
He's bailing out. He's getting water out.
So this guy's bailing, yeah, like she said, bailing water
He's
out.
trying to scoop water out.
And he's still moving. You know, he's got a lot of weight in the back of his boat. He definitely has been taking on water. The angle he's at right now, it does look like there might be water coming right back into the boat. So everything he's getting out is coming right back in. Best thing to do in that situation would be, in my opinion,
looks like a Goliath grouper.
best thing to do in that situation would be to either go straight to shore and check for a hole, or, you know, kill the motor and go to the front of the boat, see if you can level it out, and then figure out where the water's coming in, or if you can get enough water out to where you can sit back there and steer again to get wherever you're going. First option's always going to be my recommendation, though. If you can get yourself to shore with that boat and assess it from there, you know, if it is taking on water and it is sinking, at least you're close to shore and you can recover that vessel. Or come back with equipment that will allow you to keep it floating long enough to get to the ramp and pull it out, stuff like that. You know, that way you're not out in the middle watching that thing sink, and then the recovery cost for something like that, if you're responsible and you don't have the right insurance to cover something like that, especially if you're in like a protected waterway or something, and your boat goes down, you're on the hook for all that. All that, you know, you got to call people out to come recover that for you. And it gets expensive really, really quick, especially if you're sending divers down. And then the deeper it gets, also racks up that money. So, you know, that boat insurance is a good idea. And if you can get to shore, it's way cheaper to recover a boat that sank in 3 feet of water than 30 feet of water. So just keep that in mind if you're ever out there in that situation. If you can get to shore, get to shore. If you can get to the ramp, get to the ramp. If you're somewhere and it's not a like super dire situation, then slow down and assess, see what you can do. But going to shore is always a good idea. Closer to shore you are, if something happens, the safer you're probably going to be.
Or something, or we're gonna go check this out. What the heck is this? It might be injured or something. It looks like
I'm thinking raccoon or a deer.
Yeah, he's swimming upside down. He's all,
Deer do
oh,
that
he's all blown
crap
up.
a lot.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Oh, holy moly, that's a giant.
Oh man, look at this giant grouper.
Yeah, that is a giant. I thought for
Oh,
sure
he came back up.
that was a
Yeah,
mammal
he looks like a Goliath
swimming
grouper.
across.
He's got these big old spikes on him.
Oh yeah,
I don't want
that
to
would
go for your
hurt.
stomach. There we go. There we go. We got him. There he goes.
Yeah,
Alright,
poor guy.
Do you see the air coming out?
Yeah.
There he goes. Woo.
Yep, I don't know
like
what
Frank
that
was
is.
saying,
Like
it
a
was, instant
swim
relief.
bladder
As soon
issue
as we
or
let
something.
that air
but
out and air started coming out from his bladder,
yeah.
it was like he started coming alive and shaking and swam right back down.
So that's really cool that they were able to do that. You know, I honestly didn't know that. Um, I didn't know that you can do that and the fish might survive. But that is really cool. I mean, I just learned something. That's really neat. You know, be able to find a giant Goliath fish like that still alive but struggling and be able to, you know, get that air out of his bladder and allow him to get back in the water and hopefully become even bigger. You know, I love seeing the monster fish. I love seeing the giants out there. It's really, really cool. So, I mean, that's just, I like that kind of stuff, you know. Save the fish's life, got him swimming right again. And all it took was, you know, a little slice. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And these guys, I mean, um, if they're not actively sinking, I don't know why they wouldn't be. Or if these boats are designed this way, I don't know. Because the boat right behind him, I mean, looks just as low in the water, if not almost exactly the same. So I don't know if these boats are designed this way or what, or if, you know, both of those boats are sinking, or if they're like overloaded. Maybe they've got, you know, their holes full of water and fish. So they're just sitting that low in the water. But hopefully they can get to wherever they're going safely, offload, and maybe bring the rest of the boat back up a little bit. But it does look like it's fully contained, hold vessel. So, you know, it could just be not that they're taking on water actively and forcing them to sink. They possibly could have some buoyancy still in there. It's just the weight from what they have in the compartments in the hull of their vessel might be pulling them down. I don't know. Well, let's just go ahead and watch and find out. Maybe we'll get a little more information here in a second. But they're not sinking. That's crazy how they can ride that low and not be worried about it. Oh no, that's sand, right? Or am I tripping? Because that looked like it was full of sand. So it's definitely a weight thing. But it looks like they know what they're doing. You know, they loaded up. They're
Never in my
riding
life
safe.
seen it.
So that was neat. I wasn't sure what to expect on that very last one, but looked like they knew exactly what they were doing. So good for them. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So thanks for hanging out to the end. Always appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. You know, hit them buttons, leave suggestions. You want to see a different kind of content. You want me to check out a certain video. You can leave all that down in the comments for me. Definitely check them all out. But yeah, appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for sticking around as long as you did. Hopefully we'll catch y'all on the next one, and I'll be back soon so we can do it again. Thanks again. Peace.